We're back for another installment of Halo the Series Declassified. As we're diving into Halo Episode 2, we're joined by Soren himself, the incredible Bokeem Woodbine. We're going to take a look at what Halo means to the folks who make it, and get a special glimpse at a day in the life of a director on set. It's time to suit up because this mission is deploying right now. Welcome back to Reach, everyone. My name is Sydney Goodman, and this is Halo the Series Declassified, the show where we go deep on every new episode of Halo, complete with visits from the cast and crew, celebrity guests, fan spotlights, and so much more. But before we get started, we've got a mission-critical update from the voice in the ear of Master Chief. What's up, Cortana?
Hi there, Sydney. It seemed wise to let your viewers know that beyond this point, they are entering treacherous territory. I urge you all to be on high alert. Be safe, Spartans.
I know that sounded pretty grim, but she just means spoilers, people. There's gonna be spoilers from here on out, so if you haven't watched this episode yet, what the heck are you waiting for? But if you're fully caught up and ready to deploy, we've got an incredible guest for you today. In episode 2, you met Soren, a Spartan trainee alongside the future Master Chief. They may have a checkered past, but Chief still turns to Soren for help when he's in a bind. Check it out. Even though he went AWOL a long time ago, it seems it was inevitable that he'd be roped back into Halsey's world when the Chief comes to him for help. So without further ado, a huge welcome to Soren himself, Bokeem Woodbine. Hey Bokeem, welcome to Declassified.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So first, I have to ask, how does it feel to step into a universe that is so beloved and iconic as Halo is?
It was an honor, first of all, to get the call. I realize a lot of people have invested a lot of time, energy, and emotion into the world of Halo and its expansive lore. So I just wanted to tread carefully and make sure I wanted to honor myself, the opportunity, and the character to the best of my ability.
Yeah, and I mean, it definitely comes through in your performance. Is there any different ways of preparation that you took, knowing that there is so much associated with the Halo lore and just so much attachment that fans already have?
I approached it a little bit differently in so much as I wanted to really immerse myself into a sincere reflection of what it would be like to be in the future and to be this man. So in a bizarre kind of juxtaposed fashion, I separated myself from certain information and details. I wanted to bring Soren to life from a very organic place. So I just thought about things that I could relate to in my own personal life. And physically, the armor that we got fitted for over the course of several months, it took probably about 2 to 3 months of flying back and forth to London to get fittings and adjustments. So our armors are all custom made, designed to fit specific body type. They're not like a one size fits all kind of thing. Once you get the armor on, you feel how cumbersome it is. I realized I had to do different kind of workout routines to have some kind of mobility and be able to shake and bake a little bit in it. And it's not easy. So I was wearing a weight vest like 3 to 5 hours every day, just in my normal civilian life. I guess that was kind of the extent of my preparation.
Oh, how interesting. So was there any normal civilian things that you found were especially difficult while wearing the weight vest?
Yeah, feeling like it's worth getting up in the morning. No. But, you know, stuff like using the restroom, stuff like even brushing your teeth, or, you know, it's not easy, you know, just sitting in front of the TV drinking beer while you're wearing that weight vest, or trying to touch your toes or cook dinner. You know, it's all hard. It's all challenging. But after the third week, I started to settle into it. I started to feel a little bit more comfortable. And by the time we got in front of the camera, I was Johnny on the spot.
Yeah, well, that's great. Very creative way to, I was going to say torture yourself, but we'll say prepare. What about Soren made you want to take the role in the first place? What part of the character is the most attractive to you as an actor?
The balance, and he's anchored by his love of his family. He likes fighting. He likes to fight. It's in his nature. He can't help it. It's just part of what he is. And at the same time, he's got a code. He's got a moral code, because as uncomfortable it is and as it can be for him to look at himself in the mirror, he has to, and he's got to face himself. And that's a lot of different textures and, palettes to paint this character. I was really intrigued by the challenge.
Yeah, I'm really excited to learn more about Soren as the season goes on. And I'm glad you brought up his moral code, because when we meet a younger Soren in this episode, he's already going AWOL. He is trying to get John, the future Master Chief, to join him in leaving the Spartan program. And you can tell this strong conviction that he has of ethics before duty. What's his perspective of the Spartan program in present day?
I think he feels sorry for the Spartans because, freedom and liberty, individuality, are blessings. He's not capable of taking them for granted the way other people are, because he knows that these are things that come with a price that you have to sometimes fight for. Nobody knows more than him. And I think that he feels sorry that the Spartans don't know what things really smell like, what things really taste like, what things really feel like. He feels sorry for him. He probably teases them. He probably makes fun of them. He thinks, what a shame, poor guys walking around with that thing in your back. You don't know what living really is.
Do you feel like Soren feels things and almost appreciates all of the things that the Spartans were missing? He almost embraces and has a greater appreciation for what he can now understand in humanity that he didn't get when he was in the Spartan program?
Yeah, if you're able to liberate yourself from slavery, the air is always going to feel cooler, the breeze, than it will to somebody else who's born free. The food's always going to taste a little bit better to you than it will to somebody who kind of takes it for granted. It's just the way it works.
Yeah, I'm so excited to learn more about Soren, especially while we're chatting. I feel like you said texture earlier. I feel like clearly you've put so much texture into this character, so I cannot wait to learn more. Soren and Chief are reunited for the first time in years during this episode, and it's clear that, they share this intense and conflicted history together. How did you and Pablo prepare for your scenes together?
Pablo's a beast, so, I don't know what his preparation is. I imagine dude sleeps standing up. We just get along naturally in our civilian life. It's just, that's my bro. So it's very easy to insinuate that vibe into the work, and we hung out and we did a fair amount of drinking together before we appeared on screen. I imagine that helped a bit too. And, I don't know. I mean, we both came ready to rock. So I think as individuals, we took it very seriously, and we just happened to get along. So I think maybe that was the preparation.
Well, when Soren and Chief reunite, we get to see rubble, one of the coolest sets in the show. Can you tell us a little bit about what it was like walking onto this real practical set? I mean, the stage, I'm sure, was incredible.
I got on that set. And I said to myself, I've been in this business 30 years, and I can't believe that they made this for little old me. You know what I mean? It just blew my mind. It blew my mind. It's expansive. It's massive. Our set designer is a genius. The woman is a genius. And her attention to detail is second to none. I've been on a lot of big sets. I've worked on some big flicks, but the attention to detail combined with the creative element she put into it. Like, she really cared. It felt really real. It was easy to feel the way Soren would feel when you're on that set. It's unbelievable to walk onto a set.
Well, and you mentioned it, but since we didn't say it explicitly, these were real practical sets that you were working off of, which is incredible.
Yeah, stuff moves, doors open. It's not like, on some sets, the facade looks like all fancy, and then you go around the back and it's cardboard. You know what I'm saying? It's like the Wizard and the Wizard of Oz. So, but no, this is practical, moving, functional stuff. The sinks work. The doors really are real doors. It's completely functional. It's unbelievable.
So, of course, the chief decides to go back to Reach in search of more answers, and Kwan sticks with Soren. What's the dynamic between Soren and Kwan like?
She's like an annoying little sister who's just been, dumped in my lap. At the same time, I'm thoroughly determined to make sure she doesn't hurt herself or get hurt. I'm not having that. So it's not necessarily fun.
Yeah, truly that brother-sister relationship, it sounds like. So again, without spoiling anything coming up, what are you most excited for fans to see, either from Soren specifically or from the show as a whole?
I'm excited for fans to see how it progresses from episode 1 to the end of this first season. There's going to be a lot of unexpected changes. The VFX are going to be mind-blowing, from my humble estimation. And I think the dynamics between the characters, how their relationships expand and change and switch and all that is really going to be captivating. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing how fans enjoy the ride.
Amazing. Well, Bokeem, thank you so much for giving us a peek into your prep and just talking to us and taking the time. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It seems there are some fans out there ready to make their excitement about Halo known. Initiating data uplink now.
I am. I've never done anything like this. It's incredible. So exciting.
Obviously, this has been a long time coming. One of the real treasures for me of this project is getting to be a part of this new community.
It's pretty surreal. Halo is just such a loved game and franchise, so it's pretty phenomenal to be part of something like this.
To be here, to be able to share what we all did together, that we really kind of fought hard for, it feels incredible.
I was like, oh my god, there's a warthog in real life.
Every red carpet should have a warthog, right?
I climbed straight onto that. Warthog.
It took me back to getting a ride on a warthog to use the toilet on set. I travel in style.
I want to drive one around LA. Oh, the energy from the fans. I went and had a quick chat about them because their costumes are incredible. As my younger sibling is a cosplayer, and it's something that I just think is so amazing and such a beautiful community. So it's really amazing that they're here.
I can't believe how many there are.
The fans are really what makes this for me.
I mean, there's such a loyal, dedicated fan base to Halo that we had in the back of our heads at all time when we were making the show. We wanted to make sure that those people their love was honored and respected, and that the game they love will be visible on screen as a show they'll love.
Talk about passion and energy, and that fuels us.
I hope we live up to their expectations.
It was so good. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's pretty awesome. Finally get to see it.
Games my whole life since we were kids. Great. Looks great. Sounds great. Fantastic.
It just was spectacular. The acting was spectacular.
The opening scene of the first episode, that was really cool. Yeah, it was a good attention grabber for the entire series, I think.
When Master Chief just kicks ass in the first 10 minutes, it's fucking great.
I thought it was great. I thought it was amazing.
I loved it.
All the female characters, like Kwan Ha and the 2 female Spartans and Silver Team, I can't wait to hear more about them.
When Halo, Master Chief took off his helmet, I did not expect to see the face, because you never see the face in the game.
Seeing Halo real is forget about it.
I loved it, honestly. It was great.
The pacing of the show was good. The storytelling of Master Chief, it was great. It was great. I loved it.
That was awesome. The first 30 seconds rolling over some sand dunes, I was like, okay, all right, we're getting a little bit of a vibe here. And then all of a sudden, it's just everything's blowing up, everything's going crazy. I'm getting super hyped, and it just didn't stop from there.
I'm looking forward for episode 3 for sure.
I know we're all here because we love the world of Halo so, so much. But the thing is, it's not just the fans who are fans, it's the creators too. Here's a special look at the hearts and minds behind the iconic series, expressing what Halo means to them. Enjoy.
What does Halo mean to me?
That's a great question.
Wow, that is a very big question.
You ever had something that you dreamt of as a child? You had these fantasies, you might have watched a superhero, and, it's literally like that.
Craziness and the fun and the excitement.
Heroic, upstanding,
Halo, to me, means just a really fascinating glimpse into the human psyche, human behavior.
I've always been a Halo fan, and for me, I love the escapism, right? I love this fully fleshed out world that I get to feel like I have a place in and understand and I'm part of.
So Halo is more than just a video game, and it's more than just a franchise to me. It's more about a vehicle for memories, because almost everything that I know about Halo, it's not just the gameplay or the games. It's about what I was doing when I was playing those games, the emotions I felt, the people I was with, going to the conventions and meeting those fans and seeing just the energy of the shared love for this universe and shared love for these characters. That's what Halo is to me.
Yeah, it really talks about the big issues in a very sci-fi way, and it hits a very special point in my heart because especially my character in this story, Halo, she fights for what she believes in, and Master Chief also fights for what he believes in. And I guess that's why people love those characters so much and why Halo is so special to me.
Being a Spartan is hard work. Believe me, I've seen it firsthand. But bringing a Spartan to the screen comes with its own challenges and rewards.
So this is the set for the Madrigal Outpost, which is in an outer colony in the whole Halo universe. So this is a massive, massive battle sequence that goes on for a long, long time.
So we're panning down from up there.
It's the introduction of the Spartans.
Go!
That is good. It's the introduction of the aliens, the Covenant. We've been blowing stuff up.
3, 2, 1, fire!
We've been, doing all kinds of stuff. You then go and execute the one that killed Jin Ha.
Yeah. Next stuff, and then this is the next time you see me. Great. Thank you.
Halo's a massive IP with a huge, huge fan base. The game itself has got huge production values. We needed to match that and wanted to match that.
And Pablo, cool, still rolling. Let's go back to number ones.
There's about well over 1,000 people working on this in all different sorts of departments. Just incredible, incredible people, all working so hard and being super amazing, and it's an amazing collaboration. Action! If you came more this way, you could do a more impressive jump. Cut there, go again, go again. Yeah, I just hope that people enjoy it.
It's the end of the line for this episode of Halo the Series Declassified. A huge thank you to our special guest, Bokeem Woodbine, and of course, to all of you for watching. Don't miss next week's episode when we dive into episode 3 and are joined by the incredible Charlie Murphy, who plays the mysterious McKee, the human who seems to be working with the Covenant for reasons we haven't yet discovered. Don't forget, you can stream new episodes of Halo every Thursday exclusively on Paramount+. Until then, I'm Sydney Goodman. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.
Step up. Get on the ground. Search.
Clean.
Did they hurt you?
No, I'm okay.
Stand, please. Welcome.